And so if we can go straight to the attachment systems, everything else changes on its own, and the quality of life expands from the inside out, and miracles happen, and parts start to come home, and the brain-body wiring starts to shift its navigation, and everything starts to change for the better in miraculous ways. We can just go straight to the foundation of all of it and work directly with attachment systems. And I kid you not, hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways learn how to reconnect and are reconstructed rapidly, expansively, and effectively. In the body-mind, there are hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways that have been affected by every nanosecond of personal experience throughout all of life. From feeling certain textures when you were 6 months young, to that time when you fell off a bicycle, when you were learning to ride for the first time as a young child, to all of these different experiences that we encounter throughout life have affected hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways in the body-mind. That information is providing navigation and regulation for us. How do we help hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways and hundreds of trillions of parts of the self have greater fluidity, communication, and connection with each other? How? If there have been hundreds and thousands and millions and billions of personal experiences that have affected this energetic wiring, and it's affecting hundreds and thousands and billions and trillions of different parts of the self, then how do we find unity with all of that diversity, right? How do you connect the you who was age 5 to the you who was age 16 to the you who was age 25, etc.? How do you connect these experiences that have nothing in common with each other, and there's hundreds and thousands and billions of them spread across a great span of time? The answer is actually quite simple and astounding and miraculous. The one thing that all these different parts of the self have in common, and the one thing that all of these different regions of the body-mind have in common, the one thing that every experience of life has had in common, the one thing are attachment needs. Because when you're a young child, when you're a teenager, when you're an adult, every experience is still being recorded in the body-mind in relation with the well-being of attachments and internal needs in these attachment systems. And all these different parts of the self, even if they have nothing in common because they're distinct aspects of the self, the one thing they all have in common are attachment needs. And the need to feel seen and loved and safe and secure and supported and connected and respected and embraced. And so instead of working with neural wiring from all of these different years of life, instead of working with experiences from all these different years of life, instead of working with all these hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways, instead of trying to work with all of these hundreds of trillions of different parts of the self, we can actually just go straight to the foundation of all of it and work and play with internal attachment systems. And that actually transforms and shapeshifts all of it much more effectively than if we were to try to work with all of the specific memories and all of the specific experiences and all of the specific pieces of energetic wiring and all of these different parts of the self. Because if you focus on the experiences, A, you're looking at a moment that isn't here and now. B, you're looking at something outside of you. And C, you're looking at all of these different things that don't have a common thread. And that can encourage the separation of that data. Okay, so for example, if there's neural wiring in the body-mind and attachment needs have been different through all these periods of life, okay, maybe there's neural wiring from ages 4 to 6 here, and it's not totally connected to neural wiring from ages 9 and 10, and that's not totally connected with neural wiring from teenagehood, and that's not totally connected with neural wiring from all these different periods of adulthood. And there's all these different periods from adulthood where attachment needs were met by other people, or they weren't met at all, or they were severely not met, or they were met but only by this one source, or all these different things. Then there's all these different regions of the body-mind that don't have fluid connection with each other, and that's going to provide unique styles of navigation and regulation. It might not even actually disrupt it. It might provide effective navigation, but the styles of navigation might shift in different circumstances, situations, or around different types of stimulus. And then that can create independent experiences for different parts of the self, and then the self isn't fully united within its own beingness. And that can reduce the quality of life and the potential for expansion. And so instead of working with all of these different experiences and all these memories and all of these regions of hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways, we can just go straight to the foundation of all of it and work directly with attachment systems. And when we do this, everything gets reorganized 200 billion, trillion, quadrillion times more effectively than if we had tried to work directly with the memories, experiences, or energetic, not the shirt, the body, the energetic pathways in the body-mind. Not the shirt, the body-mind. And so there's all of these different experiences in life, all these different stages of progressing through development and growth and expansion, and all of these different experiences that have created a different style of existence for these different parts of the self. And now there's hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways affecting hundreds of trillions of different parts of the self. And if you were to look at that and be like, well, how can I take hundreds of trillions of pathways one by one and start to connect them in new ways? Or if I'm to work with hundreds of trillions of parts of myself and try to one by one help them get to know each other, that sounds very tedious and like a lot of work, and like it would take a really long time to see any progress. But when we go straight to the foundation of internal attachment systems, we break through all of it. And I kid you not, hundreds of trillions of energetic pathways learn how to reconnect and are reconstructed rapidly, expansively, and effectively. And I'm talking things that had incredible disruptions of the content because of severe moments of unfulfilled attachment needs, and incredible expansions of not having connectivity. All of that is rewritten quickly, easily, effectively, and enjoyably. And so if we can go straight to the attachment systems, everything else changes on its own. And the quality of life expands from the inside out. And miracles happen. And parts start to come home. And the brain-body wiring starts to shift its navigation. And everything starts to change for the better in miraculous ways. And so that is really the foundation of my truth and my work and my expressions, is working with these attachment systems. And with that, we shapeshift implicit memories. We reorganize the neurobiological social engagement system of the body-mind. We expand connection between left and right brain hemispheres. We re-engage all these different regulatory protocols. We connect explicit and implicit pieces of memory data in new ways without ever working directly with memories or past experiences. We can, but it's actually not as effective. And in that process, all of these different parts of the self come home. And that is the most profound experience, because it's again and again, it's like meeting yourself for the very first time. Again and again, it's like getting to know who you really are for the very first time ever. Again and again, it's like waking up to you for the first time, like you've never actually met yourself before. And that's exciting and beautiful and wondrous to experience. And then all of these different components of life and reality can become more beautiful and more wondrous. So I just invite you today to bring awareness to your internal attachment systems and internal needs. And you can find out more about this in my free content, lots of free gifts, implicit revelations, discussions, lots of free content that talks about this stuff and these concepts. There are 4 attachment systems that each have specific internal needs, and they each affect different regions of memories in the body-mind. They each affect, these 4 attachment systems each affect different styles of subconscious navigation. These 4 attachment systems each affect different regions of parts of consciousness. You can find out more in my liberated consciousness diagram, in my treasure trove, my treasure maps. You can find out more about this in a lot of the free gifts and PDF downloads you can acquire for free online on my website. There's lots of info about this in the Implicit Revelations Case Study, beginning with thesis number 1, and there's lots of incredible stuff. So definitely dive deep into exploring attachment systems and how that plays a role in your personal experiences. You can also check out the Clues of Consciousness from Attachment Systems. That is a really powerful tool. It's a free gift, and a more updated, in-depth version is available in different programs and courses available through Kristin's Consciousness Consultancy. And if you want to dive even deeper, you can connect with me through my business. I would love to serve as a healing journey guide, whether it's a consciousness consultation and we're connecting one-on-one or in a small group, or just discussing implicit revelations magic, or if you want to dive deeper and do a subconscious map or a personalized marathon journey. There's a lot of really, really powerful ways to go straight to the attachment systems at the foundation of the body-mind. You can also check out some merchandise, a lot of the beautiful mantras and things on there, explore attachment systems, attachment healing, and the loving liberation aspect of the journey. So just bring awareness to your internal attachment needs and how they're feeling in the present moment, and how that might be affecting parts of yourself within your awareness and also beyond your awareness. A lot of stuff happens beyond awareness. Approximately 99.08% of inner realities exist and operate beyond what we can directly perceive. And so when we have certain thoughts or feelings or action patterns or things that are coming up, like, oh, I feel like I should be doing this, or oh, I have this thought over here, or oh, I'm having these feelings, it's all traced back to the well-being of attachment systems at the foundation of the body-mind, affecting internal navigation, which will then also affect regulation and the ability for the body-mind to be fully regulated in itself. And that is affecting personal realities for hundreds of trillions of parts of the self, most of who are experiencing these subsations and subceptions, or subconscious sensations and subconscious perceptions, beyond awareness. And those parts of ourselves need our loving liberation, need our personal power reclamation, need this healing restoration so that they can start to be free. Free from projections of the body-mind, free from limiting energies in the body-mind, free from being independent of other parts of the self through the body-mind, and free to be all of themselves, free to thrive, free to enjoy life, free to express, free to create, free to dream, free to stand firm in their worthiness, free to expand, free to be confident, free to be powerful, free to move forward, free to explore, free to be who they are. So I just invite you to explore the attachment systems of your body-mind and just bring awareness to these internal needs and just see how they're doing. And from there, progress with loving presence into new realms of being all that you are as a being of love. And again, I have lots of free content to support this journey, and then lots of deeper dive offerings if you want to go into it to a greater degree of monumental wonder. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste. The divine love and light in me sees and honors the divine love and light in you. Infinite blessings, beautiful beings.